Hello everyone, and welcome to Less Than Epic. This is your pal Novapunk, and I'll be dropping an Ashes of Creation news breakdown for you today.
Oh, let's break it down!
Welcome again. Kicking off our July news breakdown is combat. Yes, finally some combat changes are incoming. The team at Intrepid has been working very hard to create an action combat system alongside the tab targeting system that we've seen in the past. It sounds like they're going to allow both systems in the game, or maybe a type of combat that depends on the class or the skills you're using. Anyway, they're still knee deep in combat design, so nothing to show at this time. However, check back here next month, as they have promised us combat footage in next month's live stream. They say they really want this to feel like an extension of you and want action combat to feel great in this game. They currently have a reticle on the screen to help them test and get things right. However, they aren't sure if they want to include the reticle as part of the game, especially when they consider tab targeting, and they will not have it with tab targeting. This will be done on a case-by-case basis, and the reticle should be around, might even be bound to a hotkey if you want it. Some staffing updates at Intrepid. There are now over 100 people employed with staff globally. They have staff in Malaysia and Paris currently, as well as the United States. They also did pull in employees from Daybreak Games. This makes Ashes of Creation the biggest active developer of a new MMO at this time. They are also looking to hire 21 more developers in San Diego area, and this will start next month. Jobs will be posted on the website. The link is in the description below. And next up, we have some information about Alpha 1. Alpha 1 Phase 1 is going to be all about action combat in an arena setting. They will also get to test some server stuff by placing some matchmaking and allowing the servers to get connections. They are looking to launch Phase 1 of Alpha 1 in the fourth quarter. I'm guessing they're running on a calendar year fiscal year, so quarter 4 would be in October to December timeframe. They currently have 8,000 people signed up for Alpha 1. They have a cap on this at less than 10,000 and are currently selling, but will end sale of Alpha 1 access by the end of this month. Phase 2 of Alpha 1 will be a persistent world server where you'll have some small character progression. Something else to note, right now they're aiming at servers about 8 to 10,000 for a launch. In the background, you'll have been seeing a new environment video they showed off during this live stream. This was rendered on a GTX 970 and running at, they said, full frame rate, which I'm guessing is around 60. Part of the push to take Ashes of Creation to the next level MMORPG is graphical fidelity. They want a beautiful, lush, deep, detailed world. And if you ask me, they're going for it right now. Looks great, and hopefully it plays smooth. I did not see much pop in, but it's all pre-rendered stuff, so we'll have to see what happens in the real game. And now, onto the Q&A section. I'll cover the highlights from the Q&A section. A link for the transcript is in the description below. So we're going to start off with raiding. They would love to compete with WoW as far as great raids, and they have people working for them that have done raids like that in the past. Their biggest design element for raids is that it won't be the same every time you jump in. You're going to have variables that you can't plan for, but there will still be stuff you can plan for, such as party comp. They want Ashes raiding to be challenging every time you play it, not just the first time. Node developments will affect the raids also, such as enemy types, kit the bosses have, moves the bosses have, and even what mood the bosses are in. They do not want a raid that is a chore to do every week, and they do not want raiding to turn into a job. Legendary items were spoke about next, and I'm kind of torn on this one, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. So they're going to have some legendary items, legendary mounts, etc, etc, but there are going to be very, very few of them, and they will require a lot of work to achieve. They mentioned maybe a single item, legendary item for some of these things, and that part I'm okay with. I think that's cool to work towards something. However, they said that some things like a legendary mount may only live for a period of time and then poof, it's gone. I cannot see myself working my ass off for weeks to obtain a mount that is only good for a month or so. That timing is all just speculation, but that's complete bullshit if you ask me. I want to make sure that I specify this, that not all legendary items will be temporary. They said only a few. Some stuff will last forever, and that may be some of the things that are not quite as many. Next up we had boats. Boats! I didn't even know this was in there. This is exciting. There are some real boat mechanics in this game, different types of boats, and also they're adding boat classes and progression. And by classes, I mean like crafting classes where you'll have different skills to learn, like piloting skills, which differ from ship sizes, it sounds like, weapons skills, defensive skills, utility skills, trade skills. You can repair the boat, you can become good at repairing boats. Part of the boatmanship class is that you can gain experience in handling these different components, and you will become more adept at using them, which will make you more sophisticated mariner on the sea. That's freaking cool shit. Like, you're gonna go to different players to fix your boat. Anyway, next up, they talked about social organizations like the Thieves Guild, and some exciting news for me came out of this. Again, these guilds will initially be ran by an NPC, but once the player gets high enough within the ranks, it will become player-run. That's right, player-run guilds such as Thieves Guilds. The player will give the guild direction, but it will have to stay within the confines of what a Thieves Guild would normally do. So they can't start doing things like magic. Some node information next. A node that grows faster than the ones next to it can and will take over other nodes. However, there are a bunch of algorithms in the background that will determine which way the node expands, so it's possible it won't take over the next door node every time. They talked about balancing of classes and said it's a lot of work and not easy. Remember, they have 8 base classes, and of those 8 base classes you can pick a subclass, so there's technically 64 combinations here. They do a lot of testing in-house and a lot of balancing, and they're just constantly working on this. However, something to note is that they are balancing this for group versus group content. This is not balanced for 1v1, and there may be some classes that will counter others. They are building the world to be easy to get lost in and just explore around without actually helping out any specific node. Means you can just be a wanderer, wander around, find stuff, have fun, do whatever you want to do. And lastly, something cool that Steven the CEO mentioned is that they want to do a Dungeon and Dragons stream session where he is the dungeon master and other devs play inside the Ashes of Creation world. They want to know if the community likes this idea or not. This would let them trickle out some lore instead of giving the grand overview. He might even give the devs some chances at winning real money if they find certain things. Well, that wraps this up. Thank you everyone for checking out Lesson Epic's Ashes of Creation coverage. Be sure to check out our other videos, including our very popular Classic WoW series. Also, make sure to check us out on Twitch, as we are streaming almost every night of the week, right around 8 p.m. Eastern. Have a great day, everyone, and don't forget, get good, scrubs.
Hey, it's Radit here. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe as well. It really helps out the channel. We put out multiple new videos each week, and we appreciate all of your support. Thanks for watching, everyone, and cheers.